Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2 Australian Edition. I've said that so many times at this point right now, but we're looking at the brand new airport that we implemented in the previous episode, and it started to make some serious cash. Not quite sure what happened here, but it was a big drop in income right now. The other lines to Grafton right now making pretty good money, and I believe even the line to Mildura is also making, okay, it was kind of making some cash, but now it's about to make even more cash right now. So airline over here, the airport, is doing really, really well. Now, among that, we did a bunch of additional expansions to kind of create more connectivity. And we're pretty much almost there. We are so close to having everywhere connected and everywhere getting their goods. There seems to be a lot of people here waiting. What line are they currently on? The Grafton to Bamaga line right now. They seem to be quite busy on this. Is there an issue? Wait, hold on. Is there trains here stuck and no one's told anybody about this? What are you waiting for? Wait, hold on. The trains are all backed up. Right, we can fix this. He says, we can fix this. If I put you there and then you there, so I can create like individual signals inside of the signal sections, that would at least move that train. But we are, oh my goodness me. Who thought this would have been a good idea, having signals here? Right, if I delete you, right, that will then move that train so it never ever gets stuck here again, which should then create more movement. Actually, it's not going to because the trains over here are stuck, but that can't move anywhere because there's a signal. Wait, hold on. Hold on. What's that signal doing there? That shouldn't be there. This should be here. Wait, was it all literally down to that? Did I have the signal in the wrong section? I don't know how long this has been like this, and if I check this train and finances... Okay, that's quite difficult to kind of figure out. What about you and finances? It's only recently just happened by the looks of it. Let's try a little bit of a fast forward right now. Oh my goodness me, I've got issues and I didn't realize I had issues right now. But anyway guys, welcome back to another episode. Hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you are, please smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you can see amazing content like this when I realize I've created train jams. Right, so that's going to now clear, which should eventually allow this to clear, but it won't because we've got to pass signals. There's actually more to this than meets the eye. There really is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of fix it by utilizing signals. By adding in one or two more, it will create artificial movement, if that's the best way to pull it. I'm going to put one there as well, just so we can get these trains out and then everything all moves, right? Okay. There's probably a deeper issue somewhere else that I don't really know about, but I'm artificially going to fix it with more signals. You can never have enough signals unless you place too many too close near a junction and the trains are spilled, and then it becomes an issue, but we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Anyway, this clears this area here, which now the trains will slowly move one by one and do what they've got to do. The jam doesn't continue this way, but how far back does it go this way? It does go back... Okay, it does go back a little bit, but I don't think it's too much we need to worry about. Gonna put you there. Hopefully the trains aren't too long. So it's mainly around this area. And to do with this, I think it could be because that train is just so long. It just completely messes everything up. But trains are moving. Trains are moving. This train's now moving. And then we will continue, boys. We will continue and things will then... Okay, right, sweet. No wonder there's so many people waiting here right now. The trains can't get there. I was thinking maybe I have to throw an extra train or something in. But the trains are now going to move, boys. They're now going to start skadoodling and then we'll be out of here in no time. Right, we have a train here waiting to get into here by the looks of it. Yep, and it's now moving. I think sometimes it does help by doing this, but sometimes if the train's too long, it can hinder us. But who knows? We will see. We shall see. But like I said, we've now got movement. Trains are moving. Glorious. I can now breathe. Anywho, boys, before I was completely sidetracked by that, there's a few things and a few little issues that I have spotted that I do want to fix. But today, we're going to get the last two towns over here are Port Lincoln and Seduna connected via a bus line. They're the only two cities that we currently have connected that don't have bus lines. So we'll get those guys set up. And I asked you guys last episode, where should I build my kind of company's HQ? A couple of you fools suggested this. Your boy Townscraper says, build your HQ in Laverton, the only town not connected to the system. And your boy Moneycash also says, build the HQ in Laverton as well. And that is a pretty good idea. The only town that's not actually connected to anything is Laverton. Now, is this the perfect town to build my headquarters? I think it might be. Now, I've already instantly forgotten how to build a headquarters. Headquarters, there we go. Build. And I get to now place it down. So it would be nice if that was slightly out the way. I can't believe how big of a building it is. I suppose that's what happens when you kind of just leave your HQ till the later game. But there we go. I now have a HQ in Laverton. It's glorious. It's imposing. From the top of my office, which is... Hold on. Let me get a good view of this, guys. My office... Hold on, let me get this side. Is here. This whole window there is my view that I look out the window. And I look over Laverton. I look down at the peasants and go, have you got $77 billion in the bank account? No, you don't. So don't talk to me, you absolute peasants. I will get them connected up. I'm still not 100% sure just yet how I'm going to do it, but we will. Now, some of the issues that I spotted is over here, believe it or not. Now, I was kind of checking out Perth and the recent growths. Oh, no. Right when I'm about to do something productive, we have an issue. Now, is that issue where we've just kind of set things up over here? Yes, it's that train, which is way too long, and there's a train here blocked, and there's a train there blocked because that's too long to get out right now. So if that's the case, there's only one thing I can do. Turns out I can do nothing because my game just crashed, but we have a fix. Basically, the train's too long, and so by the time it gets to the next signal, which is here, if I can zoom right into it, where is it? There it is. I think I've deleted the right side. Yes. By the time it gets to that next signal, the back end of it is still crisscrossing over where the train that comes down next is trying to crisscross over. That makes sense? Kind of. Oh, actually, no. That's not the issue. The issue is the train's too long for the crissy-crossy. So it has to kind of go back down the same way. Oh, I thought I was a genius. Now, why is this train too long? It's the Brisbane train for food, which is going all the way up to there. Now, would that be more ideal to have, I don't know, a smaller train? Right, so if I edit this and take it off so it's about a maybe 120 capacity. Yeah, modify. And then duplicate, so we have two of them. That'll be a little bit more friendly for the train tracks. Now, obviously still doing what it needs to do. It's a little bit too long, so I'm going to have to wait for the train to get actually through the crissy-crossy before we flip it and send it on its way. That's what the issue is. But let's go wait for this train to now come in. Hopefully this train doesn't cause any issues. But now I can get that signal back in, by the way. So there's me thinking it's one thing, and it actually turns out to be something completely different. And we now have the issues all over again. So, you are meant to go straight out. Why will you not go straight out? I will turn it around one more time. Maybe I didn't let it go far enough. Flip it back out. Right, you're meant to do a left. There we go. Right, before I was rudely interrupted by all the issues, problems, and scandals that I've got going on right now, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Guys, we was in Perth. Now, I was looking at Perth and seeing the stuffs and realizing, machines and goods don't seem to be getting quite as much as the food right now. So I went to kind of check out the machines and goods, And the machines, when you take a look at it, they can only produce as much as they have wood right now. We kind of need to up the wood numbers somehow. But then I took a look at the goods side. Goods can only produce as much as there is steel. And I thought to myself, wait, hold on. Why is this getting so much more steel when they both need steel? And then it kind of come to me right now. We're bringing the steel from Geraldton, which is all the way over there, which is fine. It's great. It does get loads of goods. We've got the steel over here coming from Laverton, which is literally just here. What I kind of can do is make them share the steel between the two. So when the Laverton train comes in, it can share the steel. When the Geraldton train comes in, it can share the steel. I don't know why I didn't do this. It is so close together. It will give both industries an extra consumer, which will then cause more demand and growth. It makes a little bit of sense. It really does. Now, we did have a slight issue where they were loading up steel, and it was the Esperance steel loading it up to take it all the way back down to there, which we kind of have another steel plant that we can also technically utilize from, which we have the Geraldton steel coming in, and we also have the Esperance steel coming in, which weirdly, they both go to different places. So we have steel coming from here. We have steel coming from, where is it? Hold on. Over here. That's what I'm talking about. That's I knew what I was saying. But I have this one only doing one. Let's make all three do both of them. That makes sense? I think it does. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply configure this. We're going to extend the platforms. Now, it should be fairly easy to do. It is going to look a little bit of a mess. Cargo buildings, and we'll just build this actually right on the end there, which is completely fine. Now, for this, all you want to do is build a building just there. Now, it's a pretty weird road. That road wasn't originally connected, was it? No, they go this way now. And all we've got to do is build a road from here to here. Now, all of a sudden, this is connected to this, and this is connected to this. Kind of. What we need to do is this. Hold on. I'm getting there, boys. I'm getting there. It's almost like I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't know what I'm doing. Right, so you are still not connected to there. Wow! Right, okay. Phase 2. Larger building. Vehicles. Connected in. You're still not connected. Because this built... what is going on here? I need him connected to both industries. This is now not going to work the way I was hoping it was going to work. Right. This is... I mean, I completely understand it because it's got to be connected to the building. But I'm surprised this doesn't connect to there. I really am. I'm going to do this. Now, this is a complete and utter mess. Still no? It's more I need this one to connect to there. But still no? Right, okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to do something stupid at this point right now, which you should never normally do. But I'm going to do it anyway. And that is bring this out, raise it right up. I'm going to change the bridge as well. Go it up and over. Bringing it back down. To connect to there. Ha-ha! A glitch in the system. This one will be fairly easy to do. What I'm going to do is now configure it and bulk it out with platforms. Now, I know this is stupid. I know it's absolutely ridiculous. And don't come for me in the comment section right now because, frankly, I'm not going to listen to you guys. We are going to put it there. I think I've gone one too far. But surely... What do you mean? That still won't connect to this building? What more have I got to do? Right, let me try and delete you to be able to put the building there so the connection for the road is now a lot closer. There we go. Now we're connected. Right, I'm going to leave the mess like this as it's a reminder of how much I struggle to play the game at times, okay? That's what it's going to be a reminder for. So, it's terrible, isn't it? So now, those 3 steel runs that come in can now actually connect to both industries, which should share the steel from this plant also over to here, and they can then start producing more. It doesn't solve the wood issue, obviously. Now, the wood issue lies from this, which is perf planks. And all that does is go straight up and into here. Now, that train does what it needs to do, but it is a long-winded process with getting the goods up there. They do have to share lines. They do have to keep stopping and starting, and it does become a little bit of annoyance in many ways. Now, I'm wondering if there is a way in which I can create a more direct route for the wood. Now, there 100% is. There 100% is. But it will have to be in the form of having... Oh, no. What is now the issue? What is now... Oh, no electric path. Wait, who are you and where have you been? Right, while I understand there's no electric path, my serious question is, where are you going? Like, you're not meant to be on the middle side of the tracks. How have you messed up that bad? Go back the way you came and then come back again. What is going on with the game right now? I don't know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a direct route from here to here, as you can now see, and it will heavily rely on either bridges or tunnels. More than likely, it's going to be a tunnel, as the bridges would look slightly a little bit ridiculous. Now, we're going to try our best to go down, but I'm also fighting the fact that it's also going down in general anyway. Now, once we've hit the down section, is this lower? This is lower than what we've currently got on the go. So all I now want to do is grab you. Well, take it down to there, but that's going to be another issue in the long run. Right, there we go. That's all I wanted to do, but the issue I've got is I've got to turn this around. So it's going back the wrong way as well. So what are you even doing, game? What are you even doing at this point? Perf planks, manage the line. What a nightmare I'm having. What a nightmare I'm currently having. Right, that's hard. That's going to be a number 3 and then not go to 1 and 2. Right, the train itself, which is now here, I will then turn it round. It should then pull into here. I can then delete that section. And then we have a separate plank line that is completely separate from anything else. No longer has to stop and start. And we can get more of a delivery on the go. Any minute now, I can then delete. And that is one less problem I have to deal with. Also, one less train on the line, which does make a world of a difference. Meaning this will get a nice, consistent flow of planks coming in that you can use to create machines. Now, the perf machines finances on this, we could probably do with increasing the size of it or adding a second train. Is this the Perth Machines train? It is. Oh, it's coming in right now. That will swoop everything up, so I don't think we need to add anything more onto it. I think it's a case of just freeing up the line a little bit more than what it is, to have a consistent flow of trains coming through. That one big train right now is going to make a world of difference. That's got so many planks currently on board. And so many more planks it's now going to start producing. Right, fasty forwardy. We're all good. A lot of Perth grain there needs to be picked up. But yeah, fingers crossed it all goes to plan. Right, and hopefully the steel gets nicely distributed as well. So would this pick up any steel from this train coming in? Yes, a little bit, which is great. Which will give this steel plant over here an extra customer or consumer. But are we getting enough goods coming in? The train's not even filled up, so the fact it's not filled up shows that we're not fully maximizing the coal mines just yet. But they should get a lot busier. They should get a lot busier as time goes on. Right. I'm going to leave this for a second and just see how we get on. Perth Exchange is looking very busy right now, but that's like a mixture of high-speed rail. The normal commuter line. How is the commuter line in general? Does that still make money? Oh, that makes good cash right now. There's only 2 trains on it. Do you reckon how long is it? It is actually quite long. I might just add a third one, sorry. Just so it would give us a little bit of capacity. A little bit additional more. Right, leave that to do what it's going to do. We'll come back to it. We're going to add the 2 bus routes to these 2 beautiful towns right now. Now, I've got to think of ways in which we can make sure that we are creating loops. So I'm going to delete you for the sake of being able. No ownership, please. Go for a bend, maybe. No bridge. Implement you in. Bring you round. There is a huge mountain there. I'm like, not a huge fan, but again, it's not going to hurt me or make that much of a difference. So if I get a smoothie tool and we set the size and the strength and the smoothie, we can then sort out the terrain to make it builder friendly when it comes to this area. Kind of. And then let's build the little bus route then. So buildings, bus stop. Now we'll start on this side. I'm going to have a stop just outside. And I'm going to bring it right up to the tippy top point just there to maximize the buildings down here. Then making our way back. Now these are strategically placed to maximize the coverage. And we'll drop one just here because like, oh, did it work? Is the game about to crash again? Most likely, I have broken the game. To a point where the game just crashes because I'm placing bus stops. I think I have truly making the game compute way too much stuff with the size of this Australia map. That's how you know I've done so much work. I don't know why I've built these so close together. And I've kind of missed one here as well from Victoria to Albert. But there we go. Rename this to our port. Lincoln bus. Now, I don't think I've got any road depots nearby, but we will need to use a road depot for both these places. So I'm going to place one just here out the way. Now, we'll buy a bus. And we only really need one, I'm assuming. So we'll get the right bus here. Buy one. Place it on our Port Lincoln. Where is it? Port Lincoln bus. Beautiful. So, they will now do what they've got to do. We'll now get people bringing over here. Now, we probably don't need that many bus stops. So probably don't need it all connected. Is there an issue over here now? I think we can also aid with more signal stops. Now, these are nicely spread out, so I don't see there being much of an issue. But it's all moving, right? It's all moving. It's just very busy. We just got so many trains at this point where, I mean, if I was to have spent some time on upgrading the train lines, you'll add larger capacity, maybe a couple more train tracks, and then start dividing commuter and passenger and cargo separately. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Right, Sedona then, how you looking? I can't see you being much of a big bus route. If any, if that. So, we'll do what we can do. You know, I'm not here to discriminate the bus routes. It's all about maximum coverage. And I reckon that will do. Probably the smallest, not the smallest, but one of the smallest bus routes of any cities so far. Just making sure I zoom out to make sure that that is all the bus routes. Sedona bus, baby, Sedona bus. I love it. Now, this is probably never going to make any money, but it's just to make the game or the train station for me gets connected to the whole city over everything else. There we go. There we go. So, technically, I now have every city connected in some form or another. Each city has a train station, technically, if you don't count Toowoomba. But every city has the ability to get there either via train and via bus, or a train and then hop on the bus to a certain part of the town. And some of them obviously have boats and ship lines also implemented too. Now, every city is now fully connected. Every city is also getting goods, apart from one town and one town only. The beautiful town right now of Laverton. Now, it looks like the next episode of this series will be the last episode of this series, and we'll spend some time on building up Laverton to its full potential. So, quite sad to see, boys, but it's how it's going. Now, I know a lot of you guys want the map. Maybe you also want the save game. Just let me know in the comment section. Should I upload the save game and the map so you can either play this save game or also start at your own transport company with the blank template? Let me know in the comment section down below, boys. Let your boy know. So we should now start seeing more deliveries coming in. This number should start to get a little bit busier. Trains coming in. The only downside now is the train is that fast that it gets back quicker than it can replenish the goods here. This can only go so quick. It can only go so quick. But it is delivering to 2 plants as well. That's what we've also got to remember. Now, there's no way in which I can maybe... No, there's going to be no way in which I can get more planks. I know we're producing planks from over here, but we barely have the delivery coming in. Alice Spring plants. That needs it more than anything else because there's a lot of consumers coming off this. And when I say a lot, there's a few. Do you know what? Actually, we might take a train from this. But it would come out of here, go up, turn, and then coming in. I don't know whether that is going to be much of an issue. But do these really drop down by the time the train comes back? The train's now on the way again. I don't think these numbers truly drop down. They're just going to kind of consistently keep growing. But we do have that option if needs be. Now, Perth, the numbers for goods are now starting to increase, which is amazing. The city is still trying to grow right now. But they will always be hindered with the sea. So, Flatten tool. You see where I'm going with this? Strength. Now I will have to kind of smoothen this to have a very, very clean and nice transition. But for some reason, I'm liking Perth. I don't know if it's because it's like one of the first cities that we kind of used to build the company in the game. Or the first city that I connected. I'm not sure what it is. But we've got to bridge the gap right now. Because the land by the road can sometimes be quite high. And, oh, it's a tough one. Do I now, like, bring out a road like this every so often? And create a new sea road? A new coastal road right now that we can kind of connect in? Like this, and then we'll bring another connection out just there. Where we'll have a nice, beautiful coastal road again. And I'll pick another one just here. Like this. And then let it go crazy. Maybe throw in a last little bit of terraforming. Last little bite of it. And then see what Perth does. We've kind of extended it. It's already building 2 of its own roads connected straight away. So they're wanting the growth. They are really wanting the city growth right now. And I like to see how it kind of changes. Or what it tries to do. There's another road that's just now snapped in. So I'm just helping. I'm just giving it a little bit of a push in the right direction. They're doing all the hard work. They are doing all the hard work. So it'd be quite interesting to see what it does if it grows a bit more. Could be interesting, but we're going to need a lot of goods to make it happen. Because we've really sucked up all the goods here. So can we get some more deliveries in, guys? There's 200 machines now about to be dropped in. So how much gets placed on over here right now for the trucks? $6.5 million we just made off that delivery. There's a fair bit that comes in. There is a nice little chunk right now. Interesting. Has this been enough time to see any differences being made? You don't have any steel. Is there a steel train on the way? There is one on the way. 127 on board. Now, is this starting to demand more goods? What we're saying right now with deliveries. Are the trains looking more full? Let's find out. No, it's still got 2 carriages empty at the back. Doesn't technically run out just yet, but that's interesting. That's real interesting. Loads of plastics, but we need more steel, boys. There's a steel train now on the way in. Okay, glorious. Right, that would have got some steel from all of that. And are you okay with the wood now? No, you'll need a wood delivery. The wood delivery is now about to pop in. You need wood as well? We need more wood. We really do. But it's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. That steel delivery is about to be dropped. Nice big chunk of it. But yeah, we could do with another wood delivery. I could just bring it from over here. Because there's so much here waiting for Alice Springs. From there, and the wood, we get it to stop here, don't we? Now, obviously, you need to make sure in Esperance, it's only loading planks. And in Geraldton, it's only unloading planks. Otherwise, we get weird things happening where the line tries to pick up something else. So we'll call it Gerald Turn Steel 2, because I know there's already a Steel 1. And where's the nearest train? Ah, it's just here. So buy it. I'm going to go down the diesel route, okay? Because electric is going to be way too expensive, I feel, for this, for the size that I'm thinking. Maybe I'll do a 120 because the trains currently on it are also a 120. So there's no need to kind of be more imposing on than the current route that currently already exists. Now, there's a lot of steel here. Esperance steel with the one train doing its job wonderfully. And that train can... Well, hold on. Esperance, the train holds 200 and there is 220. Yep. Geraldton, the train holds 200 and there's 300 and something. I reckon there could be a room here for an additional train on the one route. We'll keep our eyes on this. We'll keep our eyes peeled on this. That could bring so many more goods over here. That would be absolutely amazing. It's had another steel delivery recently. The plank delivery is now coming in. And also we should see more plank delivery coming in from down here as well. Fingers crossed, boys. There's a lot of steel over here by the looks of it. For Alice Springs. Busy little place down here. Oh, it does actually need more steel. Now, what's your issue then? Is there too much stopping and starting with what's going on down here? I wonder. Where's the train for this? Alice Springs Steel. Just here. Now, how much is waiting for it? I don't know if it would be worth to have like an additional train. Now, it utilizes both sides of the platform, yes. That must have had like a bit of a dip, because now it's growing back again. Train's now on the way. There's a couple of other trains behind it. Is it just that one line that comes in this way? Interesting. Very interesting. But that's now just dropped off the goods anyway, so that will do what it's got to do. That will keep now producing and hopefully get the production and the shipment numbers up there as well. Okay. Right, has Perth decided to grow anywhere yet? There's a building now here. There's a building just there that I've kind of seeped over. But it will take a time before we see a little bit of a difference. It will take some time. Especially since we're now trying to up the delivery numbers over here so we can produce more goods. A bit more steel is now on the scene. Especially for this plant, which is great. We've got wood coming in and hopefully have that additional wood delivery at some point. There's a little bit of wood on the platform for the Geraldton Steel 2. Which I don't know why I called it Geraldton Steel 2. Because it's not even delivering steel. I am an absolute idiot. I am an absolute fool. But that's all good. Right, so this bus route to Dunedin, I don't feel like it's going to make any money. No, but I knew that anyway. Now, could this one be making any money? Oh, okay, it did. It did do pretty well. Where is the bus? There's the bus. Nobody got on, nobody got off there. That's fine, that's fine. But everywhere else looks pretty good so far. How is Melbourne now we added in a few additional extra routes? Did you get rid of the traffic in the centre? Yeah, it's really eased the burden of the traffic. As they use this now cut-through road. And these little cut-through roads up here as well. That would have made a world of difference for them with navigating through the city. And do we need another couple of buses on this line? I mean, how else? It barely makes money anyway. They're super old, those buses. They're so old. Right. Manage the vehicles. Is there a way in which I can maybe replace them with something else? Now, these are costing us $133,000 a year to run and maintain. Now, running costs. Let me do it by capacity. Now, apparently this can hold 25 people. 26. There is a difference in speed and power. Right, let's hold out for a minute. Because there has to be a way in which I can get something cheaper. I don't know which road to go down. I don't know what road to go down. I'm trying to kind of keep the same capacity, but reduce the expenses. But it makes money anyway, so while I mess with it, I think it's maybe just kind of taking a little bit of a look. I mean, I need more buses more than anything. I think that's what the big issue is. So let me duplicate 3 buses. I know that sounds quite wild, but when you got stops with, you know, this many passengers or this many passengers right now, we clearly have a bit of an issue. We clearly have a little bit of an issue. We also need to go round this way as well, but that's a headache for another day. And what about down here, these bus routes? There's a fair few people in the Sydney bus route as well. That makes money, but I reckon we need... I'm going to go 3 more buses on this as well. It all helps. It will all help. And have those train lines cleared now? Yeah, we're back to moving, boys. We're back to moving. Grafton, Bamaga, you still looking good? I think it's a case of waiting for the train to now catch up, isn't it? They've been busy. Where are the trains? Are you a passenger train? This one is right now coming in. They've been very busy. Very, very busy, boys. How many people get off here is the question. Not everybody. So he's only managed to pick up less than 100 more people. But it will eventually shift those numbers. The Grafton fuel trains is obliterated through it. But there's another passenger train now coming in. That'll pick up a load. There is 390 people waiting here. This train's coming in. It should take... It should at least get rid of half the people on board. Just made 1.7 million. Oh, that was more than half the people that just got off. Now pick up and have a full load on the train. Put a nice little dent in, and the next train that comes along should then do the same, wherever that train is. It's always the first train, it's the busiest, but it'll eventually eat through the backlog. I think them trains were so caught up and so far away that now all coming at once. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy. Now, in the whole of this series, Laverton got to a point and then completely flatlined because it can't grow anymore without the aid of destinations. What's this one? Private transport, the supply of goods. And we're going to look to grow it next episode, so that should be quite interesting. I'm actually quite excited for that. Now, these industries over here, definitely getting more goods. The numbers are up. We'll need more planks, which we did set up that additional delivery, which you were it, which would have dropped some goods off, but nowhere near the enough we require. Now, it's getting the steel is getting the planks from down here, which there is numbers now starting to appear. Now, do we have a crisscross? We have a crisscross. I'm just wondering if it would be better for the steel line to take them from number 1 or number 3. To split the load, so the Geraton steel has a larger platform to accumulate more goods on. So that number just keeps increasing. So hopefully that works out. And Perth, have you grown more? I think it might be going slightly backwards at the minute, until it kind of goes for another huge growth expansion push. More goods are definitely being delivered. But we'll get there. We will get there, boys. Don't worry. Don't worry. We will get there, he says. He thinks. He really has no idea. So, next episode, boys, will be the last episode where we finally sort out Laverton, and then we've done everything that we could possibly do in the game. Now, in terms of making that sweet cash, we haven't really broken any new records, but you can see the expenses starting to creep up slightly as your boy now puts more trains on the same runs that we currently got going just to make a little bit more efficiency. But we did break the record of 2.14 billion. And then we've recently had a year of 2.07 billion. So we're still over the 2 billion mark in some years, dipping below it, but we're in the ballpark. But once you get the efficiency up, once you get more moving and a shaking on the go, and once we no longer have any gems, the cash will just come rolling in. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. Until next time, I see you all soon. So goodbye.